Hello everybody and welcome to yet another Ricky's review with your host The Undertaker, and this time we're doing the full hardware review for the new Wii U system. And since the previous video I've been trying a lot of different things for the Wii U. We will cover only the hardware in this video, seeing how I split up the videos with the hardware, the Wii U pad and also other games and the Pro controller. But basically when I unpacked this new console from Nintendo, I showed you the basic console like this, but I didn't talk in detail about the differences. So physically it's basically the same console in a lot of ways like the Nintendo Wii, with a couple of small differences. One of them of course being that it has the HDMI connection here on the back, which gives it a much improved graphics output capabilities. And apart from the Wii U or the Wii, you also have the synchronization button neatly placed here, which is easy accessible and a really smart design choice. And if you look at this small box on the front here, which is a little bit different than the plastic gaps that you had on top of the Wii system that usually was in the way, this is a really neat place to cover up this SD card slot and these two extra USB ports on the front. The capabilities of the console is a little bit different than before, but it will be compatible with a lot of the old accessories and stuff from the previous Wii console, which makes it really easy for people who already had a lot of Nintendo things. And if you had Wiimotes and nunchucks and the sensor bar and stuff, everything is ready to just plug into the Wii U system from the start. Though if you buy the basic system or the premium set and you already had a Wii console, you're ready to go from the start. But enough talking about the Wii U system in the physical condition. You also want to know a little bit about what's inside the system and how it works. So basically the system from the get-go is not much of a modern console, but you can play games from it, and the games runs really fine, and they have the high definition graphics now, which is a much needed and much improved from the Wii system itself. Though I must say that, just like I told you in my unboxing video, that I wasn't really much for the kind of talks and that the Wii wasn't capable of doing good graphics, since you can do a lot with the smallest of hardware if you really tend to the graphics. But it is in general a good basic concept to have good hardware to work with when you're developing games, and thus I really say that the new Wii U system has made good improvements, necessary improvements for the console itself. And I've tried a couple of different games, and overall it's not as strong as maybe a lot of you have hopes for. It is not in hardware based console worthy of a next generation gap. Thus that if you look at the Wii system, comparing that to the PS3 and Xbox and saying that this should be the next generation and the first console of that era, I guess you'll be a little bit disappointed. But at the same time, that's not really what Nintendo was focusing on, and in that aspect I'd say that you still have a really powerful system, and I'm really interested to see not only what Nintendo themselves can do with this system, but also what other developers will be able to do. Now, I told you from the get-go that you don't really have much on the core system itself, but after an update there is a lot of different functionality, and even though I can't really use them that well, I must say that it has a lot of improved AI, UI features, and the gamepad that works together with it makes it easy to use, and you can understand it pretty much from the start. And I also think that if you get one of these systems and compare it to the early generations, you can clearly see that they have improved upon a lot of the different things that they started building on, not only with the Wii, but also with the 3DS and, well, previously in the DSi too. But I am eager to see what will happen in the future with the Wii U and the different kind of applications that you have for it. Now, you're probably wondering what I think about it, since now I'm just presenting the different kinds of things. My experience with the console is overall really, really good. I must say that, as I said, combined with the Wii U pad, it really works really well. But the biggest problem with the system is, like everyone else has said, when you start it up, there's not much features, you need to download them, it takes a lot of time, and every single load time with this beast is basically making it one of the slowest consoles to start doing anything with. And you really do feel that it's Nintendo behind it, because Nintendo has never been really smart in solutions in like making things that are up to date with other developers. That said, Nintendo always makes features that are completely unique, and they always want to have that kind of a friendly touch that everyone is supposed to be able to use it, and families can use it. And in that aspect, I'd say that Nintendo takes a pretty big step in expanding the whole concept of having a system with also the online functionalities. And that said, Nintendo still has a long way to go to improve on these features, and maybe they will do that already with the Wii U system itself. But I will also say that probably in the later stages on maybe the next console generation, they have learned a lot from the Wii U by the core OS itself. But the Wii U system, as it looks now, is a really slow console, but with a lot of capabilities. Just a little bit of a side note is that when this beast gets hacked, then we will also see a lot of cool things happen, I'd say. And even before that, there might be a lot of official things that are good. One side note before I give you a grade on it: the Nintendo shop that's on it features a lot and everything that I need. Problem is, it's really deorganized, but just to have that feature, to have your online account, to play games and thinking that, oh, I'm connected and I can do everything really smoothly, to use the gamepad, to surf, to browse, to type, everything of that is capable because this console has everything that you need for that. I applaud Nintendo for that. The rating for the system itself is a solid 7. It is not in itself one of the best systems out there, but it might as well become one. A system is nothing without its games, of course, and at the moment I have only had to try a couple, and a lot more can still happen. And if they choose to continue with this one, I'd say they have a system capable of being a really good generation. But the system itself has so many things that just needs to be improved. I'm not really impressed by how they handle things, but I am really impressed of what I got for my money and what it is capable of doing, especially the features it might be able to do. But I've said that before with Nintendo, so I reserve myself to seeing if it actually will happen. But a solid 7, and if you have any questions regarding the Wii U, about anything that I can tell you about my opinions about a specific thing, you're free to ask me. And until next time, when we will look upon the Wii U gamepad, Undertaker